This is a vibrant chamber. I started here 8 weeks ago, and I've been just getting just getting started and understanding what the lay of the land, the landscape, the political landscape, the business landscape. We have 750 members. It's the Plymouth area chamber because we cover 7 towns, but we have other members, businesses that are also from towns outside of that because we service so many different needs for a lot of businesses. We run 70 programs and events and workshops, all kinds of things for a year that we facilitate personally. I mean, out of the chamber with my staff of 5, and from that, we do a lot for the business community.
So my guess is in your first 8 weeks of being on the job, you've just done a lot of seeing what's there and seeing how things are working. So what have you put in your list to do, or what opportunities have you seen to work on over the next several months?
It's funny. I'll just throw this out there. In part of my 8 weeks, I was in the UK last week for a week in Plymouth, England, with the Plymouth 400, which is preparing for the 2020 event, where Plymouth becomes 400 years old, America's hometown. It's sort of a big event, much like what Jamestown did some years back, where the Queen came over, and we're preparing for that now, and we're a big partner with Plymouth 400. So that was one of my little jobs that I had was flying over to the UK for a week. But the plans, I've been very careful because I've run a lot of programs before. I helped create the Quincy Chamber of Commerce with Dean Rizzo, who's doing a great job as the president of it now, and I did a lot of we actually instituted a lot of great programs that are still running there. I wanted to be not so quick into implementing brand new programs into a chamber that I'm still sort of getting my lay of the land. Now, I'd like to do a few things that I could possibly talk about, but I have a lot of ideas. It's just we have to kind of wait and see how it would work.
So what keeps drawing you to Chamber of Commerce's? So you worked in Quincy, now you're doing Plymouth. There must be something about it that you really like.
Well, Rich, I would say that it's a very unique, specific kind of a skill, so to speak. I ran the tours. I was in radio for 20 years before this industry, and before the chamber, I ran the tourism office in the city of Quincy, and that was a public-private partnership with the city, much like chambers are public-private partnerships with all of our partners. But we were really successful in creating a tourism office from nothing. I loved building offices from the ground up, and that's really what I was always sort of charged to do. Is something that has never been there before, build it up and make it, which is a great place to be. And we did a great job with Quincy. But 2008 happened, and of course, the world as we know it changed completely. And all membership organizations, driven organizations, were sort of falling apart, dropping off. So we got creative, and we wanted to merge our economic development organization, which was Quincy 2000 at the time, a very antiquated name, but not so much in 1991. Right. But in the year 2008, it was 2009. It was getting old. So I had approached them to merge and create a chamber of commerce, but not your typical, the chamber of commerce name has got sort of a stoic, sort of old white man kind of a feel to it. But this was really, we wanted it to be not your grandpa's chamber, and that's what we did. That's what we sought out to do. And within, we did that, and immediately we merged both tourism and economic development. Made complete sense. 500 members within a couple of years. So, and now it's up to 600 and something. So I had left there afterwards and started my own business in video audio production due to my radio and creative background, as well as public relations and marketing. And I was doing fine in that. It was, but how I've had a couple of businesses before in the past. I was in the restaurant business. I had a restaurant with a couple of partners. I've also been, I had a booking agency years ago when I was younger, but this opportunity came up a couple of years into this, and it's a very unique, specific skill. Yeah. And it's networking, it's running programs, it's I was at Mass Econ this morning in Newton, hour and a half drive later. I'm right here with you folks now, but it was it's a lot of different type of things to know